Okay, Green Senator and human being Sarah Hanson-Young has just proposed a private members bill in the Senate that seeks to recognise overseas same-sex marriages. Now, this comes as a result of that tragic incident that happened in Adelaide earlier this year, where a British man was denied or refused next of kin status when his husband died. Now, the bill is designed to end the inconsistencies that exist between states after the gay man's death certificate read "never married," despite him dying on their honeymoon. Several states, including New South Wales and Victoria, recognise overseas same-sex marriages. However, states like Western Australia and South Australia don't. So this bill is purely designed just to get rid of that inconsistency that exists in Australia. Whilst this seems like a perfectly decent thing to do in light of the tragic event that happened, there are a couple of people who are opposed to it, and two senators, a South Australian Liberal Senator, Corey Bernardi, and Queensland National Senator, Matthew Canavan. Now, Liberal Senator Corey Bernardi, you may remember, is the man who believes it's sometimes appropriate to put a woman in a headlock and the burqa should be banned, and that climate change is a myth, but Jesus is real. He came out in opposition of the proposed bill. Now, in the past, he's objected to the proposal of same-sex marriages for a number of reasons.
The next step, quite frankly, is having three people that love each other should be able to enter into a permanent union endorsed by society, or four people.
Yeah, that's right. He's against same-sex marriages because it could lead to the introduction of polygamy, which is currently the case in places like Iran and Saudi Arabia and everywhere in the Bible. So he's against that. But he has an even bigger fear of what same-sex marriage could do. He thinks if we allowed people of the same sex to get married, people might think that it's appropriate to,
it's okay to have consensual sexual relations between humans and animals, will that be a future step? Will that be one of the things that say, these two creatures love each other?
Yeah. He can certainly understand that attraction to animals because he got caught sticking his dick in a dolphin's blowhole at SeaWorld once, resulting in his immediate ejection from the park. So, anyway, on this bill, however, he believes that recognising foreign sex same marriages would erode Australia's sovereignty and would be exploited by the gay community as a way of them just getting human rights in Australia. Yeah, they would exploit it for their own human rights. How dare they? This is what he said yesterday.
To say something is not allowed in this country, it is not legal in this country, and yet we have to recognise the laws of foreign nations, even though they conflict with our own existing legislation. Now, that's what we've been asked to do. It's not legal for same-sex couples and homosexual couples to get married in Australia, but it's okay, apparently, for them to get married overseas and come here and then say they're married. It is a way of subverting Australia's determination and self-direction in this space.
Now, as I said, he's not alone. He's not alone in his bigoted attitudes, with Queensland National Senator and Jesus enthusiast Matthew Canavan saying that the Greens had no respect for other people's viewpoints and were attempting, and I quote, to backdoor change to the definition of marriage. Yeah, he actually said backdoor, and I laughed out loud. I actually almost had milk come out my nose. That's how hard I laughed. He stated that he wouldn't support any change that undermines the rights of people to carry out their religious fears and hatred. That's what I may have said that bit. Senator Canavan actually believes that, and I quote, changing the definition of marriage will remove colour and imagination from life. Yeah, so we'll go from this to this. Yeah, that's what he believes. So Senator Canavan also is concerned that if we allow same-sex marriage, there'll no longer be a word to describe the union of a man and a woman coming together to have children. Senator, there will be a word to describe a man and a woman coming together to have children. It's called fucking.